come to this today's Sunday liturgy. And the theme today is salt of the earth and light of the world. Christ says, you are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. He's not saying you are like salt or you are like light, that you resemble salt or you resemble light. He says, you are. You are the salt of the earth. Salt. Salt is a common thing. But at the time of Jesus, salt was very special, was very difficult to get. Actually, the Roman soldiers were sometimes paid with salt. As a salary, you are given what? Salt. And that's actually where the word salary comes from. The Latin word sal, salaris, means salt. Because that was the best, it was in a way a currency for paying people. So you're given salt. And that means when you had salt, you had value. I grew up a bit when I was young during the time of President Idi Amin Dada. And there was a time when there was no salt. And you could feel it. People could travel and with salt in their pockets. You are going for a party, the old woman cooks food or the lady cooks food, but there's no salt. So people would reach their pockets to pick salt to put into the what? Into the sauce. Can you imagine that today? Today you just walk into the shop and you just get salt and you come home. It is there. But that is the saltiness that we are being talked about. What does salt do? Without salt you cannot taste food. The food is tasteless. That means you are the salt of the earth. Means as Christians we must bring taste. We must bring taste to the life around us. Our life must be bringing taste to the people we meet. It must bring value to the people we meet. People, when you are there, life is good. Not life is bad, because some of us have bad news. When you are going somewhere, bad news. Has he come? But if you come and they say, yes, it's good that is around. We are okay, we are safe. So that is what we are called to be, to bring taste to life. So that when you are not there, people miss you. I wish so and so was around. So that is the call that we are given. Salt also preserves. If you have meat and you want it to preserve for a long time, put salt inside it. And you'll find that it is preserved. So our life also must preserve the life of others. As Christians, we are called to preserve the life of others, to care for others, to give them their dignity. God has given us all dignity as children of God, so our life must preserve that dignity of the children of God, not spoil it. So that is another value of salt. When you put salt in food, when you put salt in anything, it dissolves. You don't again see that, hey, this is salt here, this is salt there. Salt becomes part of the what? Of the food. And so that means us in society, we are supposed to dissolve in society and cause change in society. Where there have been problems, there should be now peace. Where there were conflicts, there should now be resolution of conflicts, and people should live in peace and harmony when Christians live there. So therefore the question is that how we are? Is that how our societies are? If not, then maybe we have to ask some questions about our saltiness and our tastiness as salt. Also he says, Christ says, you are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden. A light cannot be hidden. Darkness cannot overcome light. As soon as you see light, it shines. You just see. Darkness just what? Disappears. If it is a very dark night and even you light just one candle, people will see it from afar and say, yeah, there. I'm told of a story during the World Wars, I think First or Second World War. Soldiers were not even allowed to smoke when they were in the sea, because even the light of a smoke, a cigarette, would be seen from afar by the enemy and they would bomb them. So they were saying, no smoking, because even that little light from the cigarette would be seen from far. So light cannot be hidden. So the life of a Christian cannot be hidden. And how does that light shine out? The first reading, the prophet Isaiah tells us, share your bread with the hungry. Bring the homeless poor into your house. When you see anyone naked, cover him. And then shall your light come break forth like the dawn. Are there people who are less disadvantaged than us around us? Are there poor people around us who sleep hungry when we throw away food? Are there some clothes that you have not worn for some time? Give them to those who are less, who need them. That's what it means, coming to the help of the needy, coming to the help of those who are less privileged than us, who need our care. Our eye, we should have an eye to look out for those who are in need. That is when we are truly the salt of the earth and the light of the world. That's why the reading says, thus then shall your light break forth like the dawn. When we do those things, that's when our light will shine out. Our light will therefore shine out. And people will see, yes, that is a true Christian. Today, there are many Christians by mouth. There are many preachers, but there is less action. So today we are being challenged, my dear brothers and sisters, to be the light of the world, to be the salt of the earth. Our presence in the world should change the world. Are we complaining of problems around us, poor services, poor injustices, and so on and so forth? Then we are called to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world. The second reading tells us that St. Paul tells us that he came not as a proud man, but in simplicity. He came with the power of the Spirit, and it was just in that simplicity. It doesn't come in pomp. Our being light and our being salt comes in simplicity. Just as Christ came down from heaven to be simple, that's what we celebrated at Christmas. His birth came in a very simple way, and he entered into our lives in a simple way, and saved us in a simple way. And so our life, our light, our being salt should be done in the simple little ways of life. So therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, as we go home today, ask yourself, am I salt of the earth? Am I light of the world? Where am I? Where I am? Where I live? Where I stay? Do I bring good news? Do I bring joy to people? Or do I bring sorrow? Are people fearful of me? Or they are happy when I am around? If you answer those questions well, if I answer those questions well, then we shall be truly the salt of the earth and the light of the world. May we take up this invitation seriously. The Lord be with you.